Why do people get mad when they get hit on by someone they aren't interested in? It's persistence that gets me. If I said no, then that's exactly what I meant. I imagine that after a few of those bad experiences you're excluding from discussion, even the normal harmless cases start to feel sketchy if not threatening. Especially since some of the harassing encounters may have started out just like the harmless ones, with the difference coming after the initial rejection. So you never really know if that next harmless pass is going to snowball into violence or a stalker situation. For some people, it's kinda about feeling uncomfortable or pressured, even if the intention is nice. Like, when someone hits on you and you're not interested, it can feel awkward or put you on the spot. It's not about the compliment itself, but more about the expectation that comes with it. Some just want to keep it chill and not deal with unwanted attention, while others, like you, can see it as a boost. It really depends on the person and their vibe. I don't think it is about anger, more about fear. Fear of what they might do if they say no, so it just gets performed as anger. From a woman's perspective, I then have to worry about hurting their feelings if I'm not interested and how to appropriately respond. This can be anxiety-inducing. As a woman, I hate feeling responsible for someone's emotional well-being, and historically in my experience a simple no, thank you doesn't suffice, and then I end up having to get cunty. As a guy who gets hit on constantly throughout the day, it just gets exhausting. And by hit on I mean rejected. There are a couple possible reasons. For example, they get hit on so much that it's nothing special and they get annoyed by constantly having to tell people they are not interested. I guess that's a problem mostly women have. Another possible reason, some people don't take rejection well. So when getting hit on by a stronger person, there's some uncertainty whether or not things might get ugly when they get rejected, creating tension and fear. Now in the situation of guy hitting on guy, the one getting hit on might get mad, because it implies that the other guy thought they might be gay and their fragile masculinity can't handle that. Introverts like me may tend to despise unwanted human interaction to begin with. Mostly because it puts you in a situation you have to let someone down. Whilst I'm sure most with the confidence to hit on a stranger will simply get on with their day, it feels equally as likely that they can immediately turn aggressive, decide to try and convince you, or worse. I don't get mad, I get anxious. When a woman hits on me, even if I'm not interested, I don't feel so affronted. I am a woman. Ideally, I wouldn't want anyone hitting on me in any situation ever. If one kid knocks on my door selling cookies, it's cute. If kids knock on my door twice a day selling cookies, it's interesting with my ability to do normal things. If half of those kids won't leave when I tell them no, and 5% are downright menacing to the point that I worry about telling them no, and one time a kid kicked my door a bunch after I said no, then I would absolutely hate kids knocking on my door. I got the whole school bully thing where they jokingly run up and say my friend wants to go out with you as everyone else crowds around and giggles. This shot my sense of worth way down, so when I'm hit on I just feel afraid. I don't get mad, but it makes me super anxious because there's some sort of expectation there to reciprocate, and I don't like the confrontational feeling of trying to shut it down. If I just say thank you and leave it at that, a lot of men take that as an invitation to continue. Secondly, my looks are honestly the least interesting thing about me, so hearing that someone enjoys them is just like, whatever. Not everyone likes getting hit on, even if it's meant as a compliment. It can make people feel uncomfortable for lots of reasons. Because most people won't take no for an answer. Because not everyone is as charming as they think they are. Most can be rude. There's an elephant in this thread. There are a lot of shades of gray in a question like this. Everyone is different. If a person never gets hit on, they might appreciate it once in a while. If they are constantly getting hit on, I'm sure it gets tiresome. If people never flirted, then most of us wouldn't even be here. But it's important to flirt in a respectful way and not be aggressive or persistent when the person has indicated they are not interested. It doesn't matter if I find them attractive or not, I don't like being hit on. Homophobia is the fear that other men will treat you the way you treat women. As for being upset when someone of your preferred gender hits on you, rejecting people is hard. Most people aren't very well equipped to handle telling someone a polite no. Or society needs to be better about rejection in general. Rejection is awkward, even for the rejector.